Let's sing and swing.
Evening visit with Mrs. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon in Manila.
Forbidden Diary, the true World War II story of Natalie Crowder, based on her secret journal written from a Japanese prison camp in the Philippines. Episode 20, Red Cross Rescue. Previously on Forbidden Diary.
And get this, there are nearly 12,000 cases of Red Cross Christmas kits.
Well, when are we going to get them?
They didn't say.
Walter's being transferred to Manila. I finally get to see my husband.
I just viewed his flight, and Bedie's got dysentery.
When I took Bedie's soap and towel down to him at the hospital, he turned his face to the wall and wept.
And now, Episode 20.
December 2nd, 1943. Bedie is back from the camp hospital after only 3 days because they're running out of space. If we continue at this pace, with more dysentery patients going in than out, they'll run out of beds like last year. December 3rd, 1943. School is closed until further notice because the Japanese are converting our old school building into a guardhouse so that they can train their binoculars on the camp hospital, which is filling with dysentery patients. Carl is down with it, and today Doug and his mattress went to the hospital. Della says Dr. Schaefer is working so hard that he's going to crack if he isn't careful. Doug, on the other hand, ran himself ragged throwing parties on borrowed money. There is so much cake and cookie baking that there are not enough workers for vegetables and rice. Men are wearing themselves out hauling extra wood to keep the ovens going. What a waste of labor and supplies! Where are these people getting the ingredients? I was telling Jerry this morning that they're pushing themselves too hard for the wrong thing. This is just nuts, Jerry. They have to control the baking. Some of these women bake double recipes every other day. It's just like how the hospitals run. They begin at the wrong end.
Yep.
They're treating that camp hospital like a luxury apartment. The only ones who should be sleeping in that hospital are patients and medical staff on call, especially now. And that's not the only thing. They've tossed out Dr. Hall's ironclad rule about no dysentery patients leaving the hospital until they've had 3 clear specimens in a row.
Wait, didn't they do that with Bedie?
No, they ran out of beds. That's why he came home after 3 days. And it's all because some people want to live at the hospital. Well, sure enough, Bedie had to go back to the hospital. The doctor who was in charge of the labs told Jerry this afternoon.
Well, it's not good news, Jerry. Your son turned up positive for dysentery.
What? Why was he released in the first place?
Not enough beds.
Then why not move the hospital staff to make room for dysentery patients?
I'm afraid it's not as simple as that.
It sure is. Move them to the barracks with everyone else.
Well, it's considerably more complicated.
Does Bedie have to go back on a starvation diet and take purgatives again?
I'm afraid so.
Great. Only now, Bedie's going back to the hospital sicker this time, and God knows how many he's infected. All because a few people don't want to lose their private rooms? Jeez, have you looked at him? The kid can't lose more weight, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to get food to help him gain it back.
He's not the only one, Jerry.
Good point. Bedie isn't the only one.
Like the cows of India. The staff is too sacred to move. Poor old Bedie looked sick at heart when we told him, and Jerry soon headed over to the hospital, bent under a mattress, blanket, discouragement, and soreness. After my mop duty, I threw myself on the bed, feeling I could blow into 1,000 pieces. December 4, 1943. Dysentery patients are now being moved to overflow tents. It's a disgrace. Last year, when tents were used for this purpose, even the Japanese said we should use one of the cottages. December 6, 1943. After being released from the camp hospital, Mrs. Kessler rhapsodized about organization being so much better, but the mill still grinds out patients in 4 days. Besides dysentery, there's been little else to talk about or write about, except high prices and scarce supplies.
Camp Holmes Daily News. Unable to purchase milk for children, the kitchen has begun to manufacture soybean milk. With the beans at 4 pesos a kilo and extremely difficult to obtain, the milk is only given to babies. Alert! Watch your belongings. High prices seem to be tempting the light-fingered.
December 7, 1943. The Manila Tribune reported that Roosevelt, Churchill, Chiang Kai-shek, and Stalin met at Cairo and Tehran. I'm sure the Japanese are aware of it. Last night, the sergeant broke into the executive committee meeting and asked the members when the war was going to be over. They said they didn't know and asked what he thought. He said he didn't know either, but he wanted to go home and was getting mighty tired of the war. The guardhouse and barracks, prisoners and enemy, all feel alike. December 8, 1943. To save firewood, the executive committee finally limited use of the main stove. Shortages are so pervasive that waitressing has become just another detail, because there are hardly any scraps to loot.
Camp Holmes Daily News. A tin can is a rarity in the garbage now, and vegetable peelings fail to fill more than 1/3 of a 3-gallon tin container, as there is no soft rice in the kitchen slop or banana peels in Barracks 1 and 2. Even the hospital's trash can fails to make its 2 carriers stagger. This is Prosperity Index, or shall we say Scarcity Index, by Garbage Can.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Where'd you get that whole load of nothing?
Out in the back of Barracks 2.
What? That's from the kitchen?
Yeah. Dr. Wells has been scrounging through the kitchen garbage again to feed his livestock.
You know, I'm getting tired of goat-getters and pig grubbers cutting into our garbage.
Hey, check that out, over by the guardhouse.
What?
Hey, cow and those guards. What in the hell are they doing, swinging golf clubs around like machetes?
Yeah, they're probably hacking through bushes looking for chickens. They get loose from the guardhouse all the time. Come on, let's go see what they've got over at the women's barracks.
December 9, 1943. This must be, quote-unquote, hard days at the last, which have been spoken about before. We are literally down to eating peanuts. The grinding department works overtime now that everyone is stocking up on peanuts. Our order for 10 pesos worth came in from the Tong market stall this afternoon. Eggs are now 70 centavos each. We used to get 2 dozen for 80 centavos, but none are available, says the store. With no meat and no eggs, only bean and nut proteins are left to us, so everyone is stocking up on them. And milk is no more, except for soy. Jerry's trying to make peanut milk with the help from the soy group. December 11, 1943. Despite shortages, Christmas season has arrived. Jerry and Bedie are carving gifts at the shop in spare and secret moments. Men are making carts and wooden toys out of scrap wood. It really is down to scrap this year. In the women's dorm, dolls with hand-sewn faces and silk scrap gowns peek out of hidden corners. And people are busy with scraps and scissors, needles, and whatever thread is left. Some are using yarn unraveled from old sweaters and socks full of holes. December 14, 1943. Because of soaring prices, the Executive Committee's #1 request for the Japanese authorities is an increase in the camp's kitchen allowance. Internees must now pay 1 peso per day per person over and above the food allowance given to us by the Japanese. That's 5 times more than last year. Fortunately, the Japanese have allowed us to use relief and other funds to maintain a subsistence diet, but they cannot be depended upon as a permanent source of help. December 15, 1943. Committee elections are over, but the sore losers have yet to take down signs around camp reading, "Done is done for," and "Don't vote for Denki, he's stinky." I can't say that the election will change much around here, but I was delighted that the Executive Committee finally found the good sense to hand over camp liaison duties to Miss McKim and her excellent diplomacy. With all of the bad news about shortages, we welcome rumors circulating about American forces in the Marianas and a marvelous prisoner escape story.
Nah, you're full of it, Larry.
No, it's true. An American pilot and a mechanic stole a Japanese transport plane. They just flew off with it.
How in sweet Jesus did they do that?
Knocked down a guard, hopped in, and took off.
Huh?
They were doing maintenance work on the plane.
And exactly where did this happen?
Up into Gagarao.
And they got away with it?
Yeah.
How could a Japanese plane with a couple of meatballs on its wings land anywhere near Americans without getting shot down?
Beats me, but I wouldn't mind giving it a try.
December 17, 1943. Yesterday, an Igorot woman and her premature baby were brought in on a litter from a nearby barrio. The infant was fed sugar water from a medicine dropper but had little chance of survival. Some of the older boys in camp dug a little grave on our hillside cemetery. Father McGuire read the services. December 18, 1943. Despite our troubles, Christmas festivities are moving forward. The school put on a 3-act play called The Birds' Christmas Carol, with all the kids costumed as birds, wearing our worn prison clothes. Now that the fire-eating guards have been transferred, we're all relaxing a little. Husbands are visiting upstairs discreetly. December 19, 1943. Red-hot news is spreading through camp. Our Red Cross Christmas kits are at Damortis, less than 50 kilometers from here. Jim posted a sign-up sheet in the yard asking for volunteers to load the kits onto trucks.
What do you got there, Jim?
A sign-up sheet. Major Tomibe asked me to post it. Says to volunteer if you're able-bodied enough to load Red Cross supplies onto trucks and want a trip down the coast.
Well, looks like you already volunteered.
You bet I did.
Got a pencil?
90 apparently able-bodied men signed up. Never before has the camp seen such a rapid improvement in the health of its hitherto rather decrepit, ache and pain-racked manhood. Major Tomibe, who's in charge of the packages, wants us to use a lottery to whittle the list down to 50. December 20, 1943. Peg had an emotionally draining day waiting for her husband to arrive from Manila. They've been separated for 2 long years, and she's convinced he was picked for the prisoner exchange. The truck was supposed to arrive at 3, but didn't. 6 prisoners are supposed to come up here, but they haven't said who, and I worry that Walter won't be one of them. Peg is so excited about seeing her husband that I doubt she'll sleep tonight. December 21, 1943. Peg waited and waited for her husband all day, still keyed up to a fever pitch from yesterday. She's baked cookies and applesauce cake, and scrubbed her space and her kids like a mirror. Just before dinner, I went up to see Peg. We were standing near her window when the truck from Manila came in.
Oh my God, they're here.
You go on down. I'll get your kids, Peg.
Thanks, Natalie.
There he is. Billy! Over here!
You're finally here. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Mary, over here.
Has Walter gotten off, Peg?
No, not yet.
Mommy, where's Daddy?
They haven't all gotten off the truck, honey.
There's supposed to be 6 of them.
Al's wife just got off the truck.
Let me take a look at you.
Well, what do you think?
My stars, you're just skin and bones.
Well, did you miss me?
Of course I did, you old buzzard.
That's all of them. Walter didn't make it.
Oh, Peg.
What happened to him?
He just didn't get picked this time. I'm sure that...
He's never coming ever. I can't do this anymore.
Maybe Daddy will come with the Red Cross packages, Mommy.
That's right, sweetie. I'm sure he will.
Can we do a hugga-bugga, Mom?
Of course. Come here, babies.
It was heartbreaking to see Peg and her kids standing alone, surrounded by families greeting their loved ones after months and years of separation. Later, we shared our roast beef supper from Nida with the Scotts and sent up a plate to Peg and her kids. It was our first beef in months and months. I almost dissolved in tears and wanted to concentrate forever on each mouthful, but the kids couldn't wait to open Aunt Jemmy's package that finally came through from Manila. And we didn't have the heart to say no. So June and Bedie tore into the package to find clothes, pencils, soap, thread, needles, buttons, snaps, and a bottle of cinnamon with embroidery thread tied around it. December 22nd, 1943. I ran around giving away 5 of June's outgrown dresses for Christmas. 1 for Anne, 2 for Eloise. June ironed the remaining 2, and we tied them up to go out in the bag for Nida's girls for Christmas. During the evening, headlights from the first Red Cross truck appeared in the distance. The convoy wheezed up the road until one by one, 8 drove into camp. As the trucks were unloaded under guard into the camp store, we sat pinching ourselves, hardly able to believe that what we have been doubting could come true. All but 55 of the 631 cases arrived.
Camp Holmes Daily News. The Red Cross cases total nearly 18 tons and traveled 15,000 miles from the United States via South Africa, India, and Manila. Major Tomibe emphasizes that no relief supplies in any amount are to be sent outside camp. Strict compliance of this rule is enjoined. The supplies are in paper cartons in new, clean-smelling pine boxes. In addition to 520 food parcels, weighing 24,440 pounds, there are 34 cases of instruments, surgical dressings, and first aid kits worth a fortune in real money these days. Many are unobtainable at any price. Over 4,000 pounds of miscellaneous apparel and toiletries are in 27 cases, and there are 880 pounds of sheets and 300 pounds of men's heavy clothing. You are advised to save contents of food parcels for a rainy day.
Everyone is going around camp saying they will gladly give to the Red Cross the next time an appeal comes. No grabbers after this. Whatever the Red Cross's shortcomings, it achieves greatness. Despite everyone's giddiness over the supplies, we know our wealth is temporary. 2 of the new prisoners who were traded from Manila internment camps say people everywhere are terrified of the food shortage. On the road up to Baguio, they didn't see any livestock or people along the road. Only 2 trucks passed them during the entire trip. December 24, 1943. Daphne hung a big poster in the dining hall with the Christmas Day menu surrounded by reindeer pulling Santa in his sleigh. In the lower corner, watching him sail across the sky, are internees at a table holding steaming cups near a blazing fire, all framed in barbed wire and holly. This Christmas, there is an excitement that the outside has arrived across thousands of miles. The camp hums, echoes, and resounds with Christmas cheer. Everyone is hacking or dragging pine branches, hanging red tinsel streamers and silver ornaments, arranging and trying out this, surveying that. The kitchen has neither rice for tonight nor coffee for tomorrow's breakfast, but no one dwells on it. Tonight, there was a surprise after the rice dinner for people on special diets. A shop in town had sent 5 gallons of coconut ice cream, and we waitresses received a ladle full of the frozen cream, too. I put mine in a cup and shared it with June, Bedie, and Jerry after work. Quick, come here, kids, before it melts.
Oh, what you got there?
Coconut ice cream. There's just about a spoonful for each of us.
What's that?
Try it.
Oh, wow, ice cream.
There was extra left over at special diets.
Thank you, Mommy.
We served ice cream to 75 people.
Got any more?
No, that's it.
You're in the nativity pageant, Bedie, so you better get a move on.
Okay. You know, it's not going to be as fancy as last year.
Then it'll be truer to what actually happened.
Who are you going to be this year? A shepherd. I gotta wear a dumb outfit.
Who gets to be the Madonna this year?
Ruth Zimmerman. She's going to sing Away in a Manger.
Well, I'd better head upstairs and get dressed. You too, June.
What are you going to wear, Mummy?
I think I'm going to wear my red checked dress and put on some makeup. After the nativity pageant, we 4 then sat in the dining room, all festive with wreaths and windows and a lighted tree outside, and drank Herb's cocoa, flavored with Nida's sugar and freshly milked coconut cream. What was left of the cream will become luscious, thick cheese by morning. Later, Jerry and I talked about how we both noticed that the children don't seem as homesick as last year. I wonder if other memories are fading as we become more used to communal living. December 25th, 1943. Christmas Day. I thought June was walking in her sleep when she crawled out of bed at 5. In spite of sniffles, she had Katie wake her, and they quickly dressed to join the carolers. Oh, it was delightful to lie half asleep in the dark, listening to the chorus of old and young voices singing. After, Jerry brought coffee and bananas to a bench in front of the barracks, where we opened our gifts. I had to waitress and joined the family later for breakfast in the dining hall.
All done with the waitressing?
All done. Phew. I just want to get off my feet. Where are the kids?
Going up to the counter for hotcakes.
I had some earlier. They're actually pretty good.
You know, I thought Bedie was a good sport about the gifts.
6 eggs in a jar of jam ain't much.
Well, he got the notebook and pencils.
Yeah, just what a kid wants for Christmas.
He was very thankful, don't you think?
Yes, he was.
I love the socks June knitted for me. Oh, and Bedie's picture.
Was that report card for both of us?
Yes, I think so.
Well, I can't think of a better gift from Bedie than good grades.
I think June really liked her blouses, but you and Bedie gave the best gifts, hands down.
We worked on them like galley slaves. I'm telling you, it wasn't easy putting a hinge on that coconut for June.
Did Bedie scrape and polish it all by himself?
He did. I was too busy working on your wooden box.
I love those candle holders you put on either side.
I figured that you can put a mirror or flowers in between the candles. And it's something you can take home with you. Oh, hey, there they are.
Over here, kids. When are we going to open the Red Cross boxes?
Yeah, when are we going to open them?
Later today.
How are the hotcakes?
Pretty good. Want my grapefruit, June?
Sure.
How'd your girlfriend like your Christmas gift?
Why'd you make her a knife?
Because she wanted one.
Well, you sure worked long enough on it. Did she like it?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention that Mrs. Nang sent us a box of chocolates.
Really?
Yeah, and Lillian Lim sent peanut brittle.
Oh, Miss Ramos sent us a package as well.
I'm surprised. We haven't heard from her for probably a year.
She sent 8 of these little frosted cakes cut in diamonds.
Ooh, petty fours?
Yeah, something like that. What else was there, Bedie?
Sugar,
We just got news from the
coffee,
North Pole
2
that
boxes
Santa
of
Claus
matches,
will be on the parade ground
2 bars
in
of soap,
15
and
minutes.
some cigarettes.
Hey, speaking of which, Nida sent us a roast chicken.
Oh, that darling.
Hear ye, hear ye. We just got news from the North Pole that Santa Claus will be on the parade ground in 15 minutes.
Do we get presents too?
No, we're too old.
I don't think you are. But go on and see. We'll meet you there.
Hear ye, hear ye. We just got news from the North Pole that Santa Claus will be on the parade ground in 15
What's this about older kids getting gifts?
Oh, some books came in last minute from Manila when they did the prisoner swap. Miss McKim says they've got chop marks, certifying they passed Japanese inspection.
Well, they'll make interesting mementos someday.
Did you like the drawing of me?
I sure did.
Peg drew it. And it comes with this card.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I didn't want to give it to you in front of the kids.
Says, Happy Christmas for Jerry. An IOU for one personal chronicle of our internment days, for which this is the cover page. Are you still writing about this crazy place?
Every day.
I can't wait to get out of here and read it.
Me too. Wouldn't that be a nice Christmas gift?
Hey, you still need to be careful about hiding your diary.
Don't worry, I am.
Intelligence officers haven't stopped nosing around camp, and you know how the Japanese get when they think they're losing. Did you see those 3 big Japanese bombers flying south today?
I did.
Well, the U.S. may be landing in the Marianas, but the war ain't over yet.
I'm very aware of that, dear.
Yeah, well, okay then. Say, when are we going to open those Red Cross boxes?
The Red Cross packages were distributed after Santa Claus left. If only the people at home could have seen us. Each of us got 47 pounds of food. The whole camp queued up in front of the camp store, and like spiders crawling in every direction out from the center of a web, took their packages home. Before Jerry even knew the line started, Bedie had already retrieved his packages, stopping 3 times to rest while taking them back to the barracks. Dr. Schaffer and the others carried stretchers loaded with cases. People used sacks, poles, wheelbarrows, large and small. Even Christmas carts on wheels, precarious for such weight. Everyone smiling and sprinting back for the next case, or to help others. As fast as men took boxes from inside the camp store and onto the counter out front, they were checked off as each was trundled away joyously. One man sat right down in the camp store, opened his box, and took out and lit a cigarette.
Then he grabbed a slice of cheese in one hand, a slice of Spam in the other, and headed up the hill with the heavy box on his shoulder, grinning as he puffed his cigarette and chewed. All commingling rules were suspended, so fathers joined their families. Cases were shunted about, opened and spread out in piles, stacks and rows. Inventory was taken as each can and box was lovingly handled, felt and gazed upon, exclaimed over. Exhilaration is not the word. Counting and sorting will occupy the next 48 hours. The boxes breathe American efficiency, even down to the little brown envelopes with can openers. There are V's for victory, framing printed directions, and slogans in picture form which escaped the all-seeing Japanese eye that peers into every private corner here. We now know that America is thinking of us, working for us. We ended Christmas Day sitting out under the stars.
I don't think I've ever had a better Christmas. Have you, Natalie?
No. And best of all, everyone was equal.
What do you mean by that, Mummy?
Each package had the same contents. There were no special privileges. And what's more, everyone was satisfied.
And we've got a nice little stockpile of food. That'll sure give me a good night's sleep.
We got almost 200 pounds of food.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. Each case weighed 47 pounds, and there are 4 of us. So 8 carry the 2 is 188 pounds.
To me, knowing the world hasn't forgotten us is as important as the food.
I wonder what Nida's doing for Christmas.
Alam mo ba kung saan dinala ng mga Hapon si Ismael? Do you know where the Japanese took Ismael?
Fort Santiago.
Why was he imprisoned?
The Japanese say he and 3 others stole acid from the mines.
Why would he do that?
I don't know if he even did it.
He wasn't involved in any guerrilla business, was he?
I don't know. Jorge joined the guerrillas, and you know he and Ismael are as thick as thieves.
Oh, Nida. Did the Japanese question you?
Yes, when they came to the house. I was so scared, but they didn't take me to prison and left our girls alone.
Oh, thank God.
But they stole 300 pesos and searched the lower garage because there's nothing left to steal in the house.
Ay.
The last of the Crowthers' belongings were there. They took everything and burned the Chinese picture just because they could.
Wala bang hindi gagawin ng mga hayop na ito? Is there nothing these animals won't do? Do you know how long Ismael is going to be in prison?
They said 6 months.
I'll tell Father to add Ismael to the church's prisoner novenas and light a candle for him and Jorge.
Our church is going to burn down with all of the candles people are lighting.
Never you mind. You know where Ismael is. You and your girls are safe. Are the Japanese going to let you stay at the Crowthers' house?
December 27, 1943. We're back to our regular routine of mops and garbage cans. Jerry's up on the hill with the wood crew, and June's cutting vegetables, as high school girls are taking on the jobs many women are shirking. After lunch, Jerry and I repacked the kits, putting all of each kind together instead of split up. We had the fun of handling it again, seeing new points and talking about it endlessly. Many others are doing this for the 3rd time, trying a new combination or just for fun. Oh, never was anything so welcome and enjoyed. There are 34 cases of medical supplies, with the worst breakage so far only among bottles of vitamin pills. We didn't get any lipstick, but there are 200 pairs of shoes for women, 100 for children, and 84 for men. Toothbrushes and Squib's tooth powder came in cardboard containers, along with cleaning tissue, cold cream, dresses, shorts, sunsuits, socks, wool, soap, bath towels, sewing kits, shoe repair, underwear, and nightgowns. Throughout the excitement, we haven't had much time to think about our new commandant, Major Tomibe, except when reading his bulletin board edicts.
By order of Camp Commandant, it is strict forbidden to send any part of Red Cross kit out of camp. We also wish to call attention the international regulation prohibiting sale of any Red Cross supplies. The Executive Committee considers it a duty to urge all internees to conserve their Red Cross kits after removing perishable articles for their possible future emergency needs.
Always our best intelligence resource, Miss McKim is guardedly optimistic about our new commandant.
Well, what do you think of him, Miss McKim?
I like him, Arthur. He's educated.
So's Hayakawa.
But Mr. Tomibe is more mature and confident and humble, I think.
I've been lied to so many times by these guys.
I know, you're home. But, and I have to tell you this in confidence.
What?
Well...
You've got my word.
You know those old gold cigarette packages that were cut up in our Red Cross boxes?
Yeah. The Japanese didn't like the pro-American slogans on them.
Well, there's more to it than that. The guards wanted to confiscate them for themselves, but Mr. Tomibe outsmarted them.
Really?
Yes, he did. He ordered them to throw away the wrappers.
Ah, so the guards had no reason to confiscate the cigarettes.
And sell them on the black market. Mr. Tomibe is the reason we have any cigarettes from the Red Cross.
No kidding.
I think he's a straight arrow. As far as I can see, he's the opposite of Lieutenant Mukibo and Mr. Hayakawa.
December 31st, 1943. Our good fortune didn't last very long. I'm closing out 1943 with terrible news. Ismail is in prison. I'm trying to unravel the story as there have been 3 versions of his imprisonment, and Nida being searched and questioned. Bedie saw Nida briefly when she was in Baguio.
So many books.
Did you get a chance to talk with Nida?
No, I'm sorry, I couldn't. I saw her from a distance at the market.
Oh, well, how did she look?
Prosperous and well-dressed.
Really? Well, that's good news.
I have bad news about your house, Natalie. Japanese Navy officers are occupying it now.
Where are Nida and the girls living?
I did hear a bit of news about that. She's living with relatives who are apparently making ends meet, selling rice and produce.
All I got from Bedie were bits and pieces, Jerry.
Me too. If Ismael is at Fort Santiago, that's a real hill. Oh, hey, how could I have forgotten? Lolly and Fluffy are alive.
Really?
So I hear.
Oh, well, Bedie will be glad to hear that.
The guy who saw our pets at our house is the only one on our street that's still intact.
Only because of Nida and Ismail. Bedie said there's still some of our furniture left. Do you think Ismail stole acid from the mine to send to the guerrillas, like they're saying?
I wouldn't doubt it. He is a patriotic Filipino.
Why would they steal acid?
Don't know. Acid is used in gold mining. Maybe to sell it for cash, I guess.
Why? Pesos aren't worth anything.
Well, they could barter it for guns. I mean, why not? Everything that isn't nailed down goes through the black market.
But we don't even know if Ismail stole it in the first place.
No, not for sure.
God, what a year this has been.
This concludes episode 20. Be sure to tune in for the next episode of Forbidden Diary. the true World War II story of Natalie Crowder, based on her secret journal written from a Japanese prison camp in the Philippines.